I'm Gavin Bradley. I'm a writer, musician, and a paleontologist from Ireland, from Belfast in north of Ireland, and I've been living here in Edmonton for about 10 years.
My name is Mark Guerrero. So I am an actor based in Edmonton, but originally from Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Susan Sneak. I'm from Edmonton in Alberta here. I'm originally from Regina, Saskatchewan, the land of flat.
The first thing I want to ask, who's more important, the writer or the actor?
The writer.
Yeah, I can.
Has to be the writer. Without that, we're just blathering.
Well, I have to say the actors then, right?
So you both, I think I both talked to you briefly about it, but what did you think of the initial play together? Now, were you both together on the first read?
In the first performance, you
Yeah.
know, have we all? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if my first kind of reading of it was with you. I think it was with another ensemble actor.
Cool.
The very, very first one.
Yeah, that was the only table read
Yeah.
that I managed to get to because I caught COVID immediately after the first table. I was so excited to learn how to do a play. It was my first play, and I showed up at the table read, met Mark.
Yeah.
Susan wasn't there yet, and then so I didn't see Susan until I saw the performance because I was sick for 2 weeks. I didn't see a single line of dialogue shared between them, so I went through like what the audience went through. So it was a nice surprise.
Was there anxiety?
Oh yeah. I don't know if we've met. I'm a somewhat anxious person. I think most writers are anxious, especially when it comes to big occasions, social occasions, and you can be blamed for anything that goes wrong up there, which is different to poetry. You know, people don't have to pick up your book. But I think I said I spent the first like 5 minutes. I don't usually wear ball caps because my granny wasn't a big fan of them, actually. Full circle. But I had a ball cap because it was like 32 degrees or something when you did it the first day. And I'm Irish, so I had to keep the sun off, obviously. And I was just wringing it in my hands the first 5 minutes. And like the 20 minutes before, I was like, oh God. And my sister had flown out from Ireland. So I was like, if this is bad, like, she's not going to hold back. She's going to go home. She's going to tell everyone, like, oh, wait do you see this thing, Gavin? But as soon as they started and they were in a scene together, I was like, this is going to be good. This is all right. We're okay. It's in good hands. I didn't give them a phonetic guide. I didn't think of that for the first reading, and then after 2 minutes, I felt so bad. It was like I didn't realize there's so many words in it. Like even like non-Irish words that are not like Donegal, like a place name. I was like, oh yeah, of course they won't, you know. And then they're like, Donegal? What is it? You know? Yeah.
See, I didn't read it in front of Gavin.
Ever?
I can't never.
Well,
I
so you
came
only performed
in.
it.
I got back to town after being away. I had been invited. I read the script. I loved it, and I printed it out. And I went into
Okay.
the first rehearsal right then.
Oh, okay.
And then we did a table read, but Gavin wasn't able to be there, so we got Davis gave us pronunciation guides. Kind of went, okay, that's how you say your name.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And then we just fell into the rhythm of the story, and the story took me immediately. The first time I read it, I went, oh, it takes you. And I went, okay. And so then I went and we read it, and it took us. At every time, as the director said at one point early on, she said, you know, we could do this today. We could perform this today. Because you and I just fell into rhythm, and then the script was there to support us, and we could have presented it. And I said, oh yeah, we could present it now, but once we get the words to go inside of us, it will be 300% better, and we won't know what that will be until we have a chance to have the words live in us. And so we just go, so it held even without that choreography. And then when we got to put it on its feet, then it really took off, and it continues to, no matter what the venue, no matter what the additions are.
And I should point out that in the script it just says Finn does an embarrassing TikTok voice. And so
that
then
was-
Mark
There's
just took
nothing
it.
embarrassing
Yeah.
about that. That was phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was brilliant.
I think I thought of it like just right as we were about to go on. I think there was one
Yeah.
time where I was like, "Oh, I should just set the camera down and then actually get
Yeah.
off my seat." Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
And then the director just say a little bit more. You go, okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
right? Well, I'm going to speak just for me.
Yeah.
Is that I've said in front of Gavin, I said to you earlier, Gavin writes with silver thread. So there was the melody already in there. And for me, the ongoing joy is to get as close to his choice of words as I can. I've worked with new playwrights a lot. And it holds up. So that to me, I was no, I'm not going to improvise. No, you've already made your choices. They actually hold up. I have a sense of this. Yes, it plays. So no improvising that way. However, always an improvisation between the relationship that we had. How's the flavor of it? We were always invited to express that. And yes, that there was the improvisation. But for me, no, it was not, because the script was sound. I've been in plays where you're doing a movie and they go, just improvise. You say, oh, blessed, thank you, because it's not solid. Or in a theatrical play where you're doing draft or draft or draft. I didn't see your early drafts. Gavin and I have deep respect for the writing process, that you get to have drafts, but by the time we got it, it was solid, and then we got to the second part, and you had done your work,
Yeah.
and it was still solid, so then it was just...
I just thought it was a really cool process to develop this play through different versions of and having such a long time away from it between the first and the second version. I think that was something that was said by one of our stage managers for both the Edmonton Stage Struck Festival and the first time we did it at Thousand Faces Festival. He had mentioned how interesting it was to see how different we both have grown since the time. As people, we were doing it in the summer of 2024 and then kind of revisiting it in 2025. And we both have changed. And I think that was something that was really interesting to play with, is kind of bringing ourselves and our relationship that we'd already built, and the chemistry and kind of finding where we're currently at in our lives and how does it relate to the story of these two characters, I think, and the relevance of the story and in that way too is
Well, I'm excited. It's
It's
the oldest
the
independent
oldest
theater.
vaudeville theater in Western
Yeah.
Canada, 1911.
Oh, how
We put
wonderful.
$8.2 million into restoring it historically about 15 years ago. Got some added lights. You are on a raised stage. It's an old tin style. You don't even, there's no mics, nothing of that, and it just
No, no,
throws
no.
the voice out. So,
Beautiful.
Oh, wonderful.
yeah.
Okay. Seriously fantastic. Oh,
We're really
yeah.
looking forward to come out and put it on at the Bailey Theatre and meet all the fine people at Camrose. We are Rua Theatre.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Irish for redhead because
So how do you pronounce it?
RUA, it's Rua.
Rua?
Yeah, because both myself and the producer are gingers. So, and we had to come up with a theatre company name, I think just before we put our application in for something. So we're like, yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
So
Rua.
the Rua
Yep.
Theatre
Rua.
Company is bringing you Seanchai here coming up in a couple weeks. And we look forward to having all of Camrose, and maybe some of Edmonton, and maybe some of Leduc, and maybe some of Red Deer, and maybe some whoever can make it down to our beautiful, fantastic theater.
Right? And the other folks who are going to be in the same evening. Right?
Yes.
Like to me, it's an evening of storytelling.
Yes.
So I'm very delighted